world champion Gennady Golovkin of Kazakhstan, and this is another tall order for Dirrell.
Yeah, it is, but Dirrell is tall, he's got long arms, and he can deal with it. And more importantly, his opponent needs to be set in order to be successful. I think Dirrell can use his legs to keep more balance.
All right, let's take a look at the tail of the tape. Golovkin, 22 years of age. Dirrell at 20, but Dirrell has a little bit of a height advantage, Teddy.
Yeah, he does, and he's been using it pretty good. And to go with that height, he's got those long arms, and that can be really a difficult combination for opponents to deal with.
Because of all the pressure that the United States was under, Dirrell and Andre Ward have eased that. Now Dirrell has a chance to advance to the gold medal match. Andre Dirrell going through his final preparations. The 20-year-old from Flint, Michigan is thinking gold. More after this.
Back in Paris, Terry, middleweight Andre Dirrell has done a very good job of not falling behind on points against his opponents, but he did just squeak by the Cuban competition in the quarterfinals. Now with a golden medal bout hanging in the balance, there's no room for close decisions. Let's get back to Bob and Teddy.
Well, Fred, as you mentioned, he got past the Cuban, Yordanis Despain. Now he has to get by the reigning world champion, Gennady Golovkin of Kazakhstan. He is wearing the red, and the 20-year-old Flint, Michigan native Andre Dirrell wearing the blue. The last silver medal won by the United States in the middleweight division came in 1992. Flint, Michigan native Chris Bird captured the medal in Barcelona. Dirrell will try to at least equal his neighbor. A victory today guarantees at least silver.
Dirrell comes out as a southpaw, but you will get many opportunities to see him from the other side. As an orthodox fighter, he likes to switch. Has to be careful he switches from the right distance, not from too close where he could be susceptible. You should be seeing a lot of the long jab. It's very long, it's very quick of Dirrell's. He has an advantage if he uses that punch.
Zbigniew Bjorski of Poland, the referee. Feeling out process here in the first.
Distance should favor Dirrell. Range and length in that ring will give him an advantage with those long arms and quicker hands. It would figure that Golovkin needs to be closer to be effective.
We've gone over a minute, no score yet. Now Dirrell gets credit for that jab with the right hand.
Golovkin's punching range is closer than Dirrell's.
Golovkin gets a point. Dirrell responds with a counter. It looks like Dirrell is trying to bait Golovkin, Teddy, to come to him where he can use his faster hands.
Well, Dirrell is comfortable two ways. Using the jab to do that, set up the left hand, flat-footed, or, as you say, stepping out of range or staying out of range and looking to counter and use those quick hands. The opportunities for Golovkin is when he gets in close. Important for Golovkin when he gets close to keep his hands free and work. He's probably not going to do well on the outside. He needs to be busy and effective, Golovkin, when he's inside.
Let's listen to head coach Bashir Abdullah.
He's able to walk us back because we ain't keeping the stick in his face, okay? You hear me? You got to make him respect the stick. You got to touch him. Listen to me. Okay, listen to me. Dre, you just go ahead and use the speed. Let your hands go. Behind that jab, it's going to be an easier bout, okay? Now, we ain't got to do all that movement. All you got to do is let your hands go. You're too much faster than him, okay? You got to make him respect the speed. The only way he's going to respect it is if you let your hands go. You understand me? Let him go, man. Not one shot, 2 or 3, and he's going to start respecting, okay? All right, come on. Here's my mom.
The long right southpaw jab was moving just a little bit, but that was the straight left hand from Andre Dirrell that scored from the southpaw position.
Dirrell was raised and coached by his grandfather, Leon Lawson, along with his younger brother, Anthony. Good cross landed by Golovkin, and then Dirrell responds.
We mentioned it early, and head coach Bashir Abdullah touched on it in the corner. in between rounds. Dirrell has two choices. He can stay outside, use his jab to set his shots up, or he could lure Golovkin in to counter shots. I think he's better off using that jab, not giving Golovkin an opportunity to get close. Because if he doesn't catch Golovkin with the counters, Golovkin gets inside into his range.
Dirrell has gone right-handed for at least a second, Teddy.
He's more comfortable and more natural from the southpaw stance, Dirrell. Dirrell will tell you that when he's orthodox, he's looking for power. When he's southpaw, he's doing this, looking to box, use his speed. Back to orthodox by Dirrell, that subtle, quick switch. He does it quite often, as much, if not more, than any fighter you're ever going to see. And that helps him. Adds a little bit of an awkward tint to his style. A diversity that can confuse and offset his opponent.
Golovkin has moved ahead by 2 points.
If there's a knock on the American fighters, and in particular this fight right now, I don't believe they're using their jab enough, particularly here with Dirrell. He's got long arms, quick hands. He wants to be in range. No better way to do that than to use that stick, the jab.
Golovkin has outscored Dirrell 8-4 in the round and has the lead.
This bout is this close because you're not using your skill. You letting this guy stay this close to you because you're not using your skill. You're not using the skills that God bless you with. You're not using the speed.
Down 2.
Okay, you know why? Because you're waiting to be a counter instead of taking charge of this bout with your jab and letting your hands go. Ain't no way he can stay with you if you let your hands go. You understand me? You need to do that right now, Dre. Okay? Or we're going to continue to bout, going to continue to be like this, and you're going to get this guy a chance to win the bout. All you got to do is let your hands go.
Down 2, Dre. Down 2, baby boy.
Teddy, Dirrell was up by 1. Golovkin evening it up right there.
All you have to do to know Golovkin's doing well is see the distance. He's in close. Again, Dirrell going backwards, not using the jab, allowing Golovkin to close the gap, allowing him to score, get the lead.
Teddy, Bashir Abdullah right on the mark again. Use your jab.
We touched on it earlier, and Coach Abdullah seconded in the corner. As you just said, Bob, feel that Dirrell is looking for the counters too much. It's a risk game doing that because he's giving up a lot of his other assets, a lot of his other options. Golovkin has very few options. He has to walk in, hopefully safely for him, and not get countered like that.